What's going on, man? It's Selma Kim here, America's face of dating. And today, I'm going to give you one of my best tricks to win any girl in school. And literally, you can do this in middle school all the way to college. When I first started doing this was in college and it worked. But I know that you could easily do this in high school and get away with it. And it's going to work every single time if you execute it just how I tell you what I'm about to give you here. And so, we actually have a DM from a guy named Gleb. He's on Team SK, of course, and he says, "Hello, Selma. I wanted to start off by saying that I'm a big fan, and I literally see you on my TikTok For You page every day." I mean, my TikTok, it's crushing it right now. We're at like 530,000 followers, I think. So we hit 500,000. I'm trying to hit 1,000,000 by the end of the year here. Right now, I'm a little bit shadow banned. It happens. It happened to Jason Capital. I was talking to him, and he said that it happened to him the other day. He's been shadow banned for like 30 days, he said, or like 60 days. It's been insane. But we're starting to pick back up now. So it happens. You know what? You gotta grind through the process. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta grind through the hard areas. You can't just give up. I heard this quote the other day by Corey Wayne. He said, "It is never crowded by the extra mile." I was like, dude, that's fucking perfect. That's amazing. So I'm pushing. I'm going the extra mile to make this TikTok and all my channels really explode. So I'm glad that you're here before I hit 1,000,000, man. It's gonna be amazing when I do. But he said, "I had a question. How should I approach girls in high school?" That's really pretty easy. How do I approach girls in high school is what he asked. And so, Gleb, I'm going to give you one of my best tricks to get any girl in high school or college or really wherever you're at. But when I'm gonna tell you a quick story here. So I when I was a freshman in college, okay, this was before I got into club promoting. This was before I even ever been to a club before. I was doing what you were doing. I was looking online. I was like trying to find dating coaches and advice for how to get girls in college or high school or anywhere. And this one guy I found, I forget his name, and I couldn't find him today. And so I think he might have, I don't know, he might have just deleted his channel or whatever. It fell off the map, fell off the grid. Who fucking knows? All I know is that this tip worked, and so I'm gonna pass it on to you. Think of it like a generational pass on. Okay, and what he told me to do, he said, and this, you gotta just listen. Okay, you're gonna be like, no way. What he told me to do was to pass a note in class. Just that, just to pass a note, a simple note in class, and it's gonna work. And so I was really, really skeptical. Okay, and so I was in Math 180. I remember I was in Math 180, and I was sitting next to this varsity captain soccer player. She was so fucking hot, dude. Like she had like just this like dirty blonde hair, man. She had the body, dude. She had those nice tan, thick, smooth soccer legs. You know what I'm talking about? Just fucking perfect, right? And she was sitting like next to me at the table, and like I hadn't said a word to her yet. And so what I did was like I took like a simple like piece of paper like this, like out of my notebook. I had my notebook. I just like ripped out I ripped off like a little bit of like probably like whoosh, like there like whoosh, whoosh, like that, like a little corner of it, probably like a fourth of the whole paper. And then what I did was I took I don't have a pencil around me anywhere, but basically, let's see if I do have a pencil actually. Do I? No, I don't have a fucking pencil around here anyway. Anyways, I'll just tell you what I did, okay? So what I did, like I said, I took that little corner of the paper like that, ripped it out, and then what I wrote on it, like I remember I was sitting there, and I drew like stick figures. I drew like the desk, like the table that we were sitting at, and it was like me on the left, okay, as a stick figure, and then her on the right, with like an arrow pointing up to myself, and it said, "My outfit, 10 out of 10. Her outfit, I had an arrow pointing to her, and it said her outfit, like a 7.5 out of 10. And then I like folded it up, and then I like slid it across the table to her, and then she was like, "What the fuck?" Like she looked at the piece of paper. I haven't said a word to her yet. Looked at the piece of paper, like opened it, and then she looked at me, and she like shook her head. Like she started blushing, right? She started blushing because I was just sitting there just like this, like acting like I didn't do that, you know? I was like, yeah, I didn't do that. And then she opened the piece of paper, looks at it, and of course, what does that invoke, okay? If we're going to look at the natural attraction, right? Like what makes girls attracted to you? What did that do for her? It made her feel, it was a challenge, okay? Jason Capital talks about how there is two things that you need to be an attractive man, and that is being playful and then being challenging. And this was being both playful and challenging at the same time, but this was more of a challenge because what did I do? I wrote on that piece of paper, my outfit's better than yours. And I challenged her in that way. And so what does that invoke? It evokes the feelings of desire. She has to respond now. She has to fucking write. She has to. Who knows why, but she has to write on that piece of paper like, oh yeah, right. You like my outfit's so much better than yours or whatever she wrote back. So of course, like she flipped that paper over and then she wrote your outfit like a 0 out of 10. My outfit 11 out of 10. And so we went back and forth that entire fucking class, just passing notes back and forth. The guys behind me are jealous. The guys in front of me are fucking jealous. Like we're passing on the teacher's like writing on the right whiteboard or whatever, right? And we're just like sliding notes back and forth. All the guys in there, they all want her, and they see me passing notes to her in class. And so literally, this was like my second week of college, because I wanted to know how to approach her. And so we were walking out of that class every single day together, just talking, just bantering with each other. Like I remember we like went out to like Subway one day, because it was like a Subway on campus. So we went out together, and then eventually like we started talking like a little bit more, and then things went well from there. And then I got into club promoting, and then I eventually like just dropped her for a bunch of other girls. Okay, that's really what happened there. But like, dude, you cannot deny the power of passing notes just like that. Like, especially like, let's say you're in a school. I know I coach a lot of people that are in school, and they have to wear uniforms, right? They have to wear the same outfit basically. That is the perfect line to do. Like if you write on that paper like my outfit 10 out of 10, your outfit 7.5 out of 10. You like pass the note to her when the teacher's like writing on the whiteboard. Then she's gonna open it and be like, we have the same outfit. Like what the fuck? Like she's gonna be like, but you're basically saying I look better in my outfit than you look better than you look in your outfit. Okay, that invokes challenge into her. So if you're sitting by a girl in class that's cute or hot, pass a note to her. And just do that shit and just have fun, okay? It's playful. It's very, very playful, because let me give you one other tip here is that girls are so constrained by the expectations that society has on them, okay? They're so constrained by that. It's like basically what I'm trying to say here is that they don't want to be viewed as basically like a slut, right? They don't want to be viewed as a hoe. And so when you are passing a note to her like a little kid would do, what does that subconsciously tell her is that you don't judge, you don't care, you don't need anything, you have no expectations. And it makes her feel free, it makes her feel comfortable around you, which is another thing that women need to feel attracted to you, to eventually fall in love with you, okay? And so I'm Selma Kim, America's Face of Dating, and I will see you next time.